Hello, and welcome back to Splatoon.
Greetings.
Oh, that sucked.
You're, experiencing Splatoon on another episode of As I Play Dying.
Oh, I guess I am too, yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, everybody involved here is...
We're experiencing it together.
Yeah, we're all unified in this
we're
grand
one,
tribulation.
We're one with the universe. I was just trying to aim there with one hand. It was very difficult.
Oh. What are you doing over there with your other hand?
I was turning the volume down. It's nothing untoward, I assure you.
Nothing untoward. Well, that's good. You know I demand things be toward.
Where is this going? What is going on?
I think it's just giving you an opportunity to hit those things.
But I want to go over there. Oh, yeah, I see. Well, that's the boss platform. That's why I didn't want to go down there. But now I feel foolish.
I was right, though.
Yeah.
Whee!
But I think I
There
needed to do
you
that
go.
to take this
Yeah.
to go. Oh, that's the next level. Okay, well.
What are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to find the next level. Or the next. That's the next world. I'm trying to find the next level.
Okay.
Because they're invisible until you get right up on them.
Funny that the overworld then is its own puzzle.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
Splat.
Oh, God, there's sprinklers.
Oh, you got sprinkled. It's sprinkled real good.
Oh? Oh, what are you? Ride you up? That's what. No, come on. What the fuck? There we go. Oh, okay. This is how this is gonna go.
Aha! Can you destroy the sprinklers?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, someone can destroy the sprinklers.
The sprinklers can be destroyed.
Yeah.
Just perhaps not by you.
Boom.
There you go.
I'm an adult.
How many grenades do you get?
They use a large portion of your ink,
Oh, okay.
so they're not limited per se.
Gotcha.
Oh, there's still a sprinkler down below.
Oh, it was on the moving platform.
Okay, good. I was worried that I was not going to.
Oh, that's what they are, right?
Yeah.
Boy, this sniper rifle is not your best weapon.
No, they're not. They have their uses in multiplayer, but they're generally not quite good. Is this?
Lava lamp.
Oh, okay, good. Thank God. Wait. Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah.
The slosher.
Okay, take this with you. It'll help me gather some practical battle data. That's just a bucket. Once you get the aim down, you'll be,
Shut up, Sheldon.
What I was saying wasn't...
Nerd.
It's fine.
Take the weapons and go.
Dweeb.
Like James Bond in your queue.
Now, listen carefully, 007.
Ben Winshaw played Q for a while, right?
I don't know who
The
that
guy
is.
from Cloud Atlas?
I still don't know who that
The
is.
younger guy with the glasses who played the piano player.
Oh, yes.
I believe he was Q for a while.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's who
I think
that
he
was.
replaced John Cleese, actually.
I don't believe John Cleese was ever Q.
Yeah, I think he was in one of the later Brosnan movies.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I guess that's possible, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was. Like, I'm 100% sure
I feel like
he
if
was.
that were the case, I would know about it.
Oh,
definitively.
God. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
That's got the face of one of the bosses from Splatoon 1, side note. That's kind of fun.
That's kind of what it feels like being in social situations.
Just this...
Giant angry face just bearing down on you,
All right.
coming to destroy you.
I don't get
Don't
it.
act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I mean, I just don't put myself in social situations. I find any excuse I possibly can to not go to any of
Right,
them.
yeah, because of the giant angry face.
Yeah, I guess. I never considered that it could be because of something like that. Well, I don't know if I wanted to be up here. I love that it leaves
It stencils itself.
Yeah.
Stencil yourself.
Nah, I didn't need any of those things. I don't need anything. I'm an adult! Okay. Let's just do this thing.
Okay.
This level's pretty. It's like a planetarium. There's like LCD
yeah.
panels all over the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
I like Splatoon. Sue me for it, America.
I you know what? I've elected not to press charges.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're a good friend.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. I try.
Friends don't press charges against other
Exactly. For their opinions.
friends. Or just in general.
Or anything, yeah.
Yeah, even-
Friends let anything do anything to each other.
Without question.
That's terrible advice.
Yeah, it is. Oh, God!
Ah.
That is really bad advice. Please
Yeah.
press charges against your friends if they do something illegal
Yes,
against you.
friends don't transgress other people's boundaries.
Yes.
Another Octo Seeker.
You're an Octo Seeker.
I hope that the final boss is Octo Dad.
I don't think it is.
Octo Dad.
I have a suspicion, and we'll see if I'm right or not, that it's going to be the Octo DJ come back from the first one.
The same guy from the last one. With the funky fresh beats.
Yeah, I just hope that they have the puns in there.
I doubt that this game is at any point going to, like, you know, give up the pun game and be like, yeah, we've had enough.
There's some fucking bad ones, though, man.
I'm sure there are.
The worst was let's drop the sea bass. Because it doesn't even work.
No! Drop the bass! Which could only refer to one thing.
Yeah, because it's not... haha, I tricked you this time.
Yeah, it's tough to even pin down why exactly it's bad.
Well, because it's supposed to be drop the bass.
Yeah.
And, like, bass and bass look like the same word.
Yeah, it's like
but they don't sound like the same word.
It's like discount Viscount. It works really well in written form, but not so well when...
This is going to come out before that abomination of an episode.
Stay tuned, folks. If you're thinking like, wow, that's really intriguing, I can't wait to experience whatever that's from, and I know you are.
Don't watch Sundered 9. I said the name right, but after accidentally saying it wrong.
See, yeah,
not even intentionally
you're
saying
still committed to our gag.
Yeah.
Watch Severed for sure.
Oh god,
and Sundered.
That game's great.
Yeah.
I feel like I constantly am like defending Severed online.
Yeah.
Not that anyone that has played
Severed
it,
Defense Squad.
Not that anyone that has played it has gone like, oh, this game is stupid, and here's why. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen, I don't really like touchscreen mobile games. And I'm like, give it a try. It's so good. It's so good.
I had a friend who thought that.
Yeah.
And they completely doubled back on it. I fucking hate touchscreen games and mobile games, and Severed's one of my favorite games ever, probably.
It's real good. You stupid motherfucker. Just die so I can stop coming at you. Okay.
Whoa.
No, not like that.
We need to talk about...
Not with a U, Sam, with an
healthy
O.
stuff for you. Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Ah! How am I to know?
I mean,
Look at you violently engorging these sponges.
That's not... Those two words together.
Violently engorging?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's that thing!
Oh, God, it is. I didn't even notice it.
Oh, you can paint on the side of it.
Yeah.
That's going to be good to know.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any way to get rid of that.
Nope. I love the little guy operating it inside, though. Come back here.
Switch all power to front deflector screens.
Okay, so I was talking to a friend yesterday. I'll start the story how I started with them, but then we got into an interesting discussion. I think you actually would probably enjoy it.
Okay.
I went to the dog store. The dog store.
The dog store?
I went to the pet store the other day.
I would like to inquire about your dogs. I understand that you purvey dogs at this business establishment.
To get more treats for Indy, naturally.
Yeah. Because you want to give him all the treats all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's a good boy. Yes, he is.
He is a good boy. Get the fuck up there! Okay, sorry. I'm sorry for yelling at this game, you guys. Watch it be nothing that I actually need up here.
Yeah, it looks like it's just balloons.
Oh, no, I did need its height to get over here. Oh, no, they're sponges.
That dawning moment of comprehension.
Leap first, ask questions later. It's not like the entire mechanic of this level has been these sponges.
No, I think that was a really new thing they threw at you.
Yeah.
Just there.
Anyway.
Dog store.
I walked into the pet store, and on display in the front, they had stuffed dog toys that were like, oh, it's Yoda, or oh, it's some new character from the Star Wars 8 that's coming out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I had this thought, and it happened in my brain immediately. I'm like, oh god, more Star Wars? And I've never thought that before in my entire life.
Oh, so you were like, wow, I've really turned a corner.
No, it was distressing to me, because the world has turned something I loved very deeply into something I don't want to see anymore.
Yeah. No, well, see, there you go.
It's distressing. And like, I'm still excited for episode 8 because I don't learn.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Oh, my battery's low. Oh well. Whoa.
Your controller battery.
And I like Rian Johnson, but I know that's the thing is like I should know better at this point that he's not gonna have.
He doesn't get to be Rian Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Interjection. Remind me again, as I have you do every single time we have this conversation, what Rian Johnson has done.
Brick, Looper. Looper's the big one that most people remember him for. There's one other movie, but both those movies are very good. Brick and Looper.
Cool. I haven't seen either of them.
And the thing is, like, he could probably, like, if he had free reign, I could see him making a good Star Wars movie, and maybe he did. I haven't seen Episode 8 yet.
I highly doubt it.
I'm willing. Listen, I have to have some hope. Anyway, this led to a discussion I was having with a friend of mine online about Star Wars and some of the kind of dumber things that have happened to Star Wars. And we were talking about this idea of, like, the prequels and I think more so stuff like KOTOR introduced this idea of, like, a light side of the Force, which wasn't necessarily super present in the original trilogy.
Right,
like,
it was just the dark side and
balance. The Jedis were on the side of balance. It wasn't dark versus light. It was, listen, the Force is about balance. It's all about balance. And the dark side are the dark side because they don't care about balance. And,
yeah, okay.
And then it kind of got changed into this, no, there's a dark side and a light side.
Right.
And that they deal with that in The Force Awakens. It's like, oh, I felt an awakening, the dark side and the light. Well, it's like, no, the light side is just balance, but now you've created a world, and I don't think this is The Force Awakens' fault. This happened in larger Star Wars media. But the Jedi were monks. Their value was balance.
Right.
And then the dark side was evil because they
didn't care about that.
They didn't care about that. But now you have this weird thing where it's like, okay, well, you're supposed to bring balance to the Force. Well, then you have to balance the light and the dark side to find some moral gray in the middle, and that's not as interesting.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because the goal of the Jedi is still to find balance, but they're practicing the light side versus the dark side, so they're just as guilty of unbalancing the Force, and it creates this weird thing that shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's like a really clueless attempted use at morality.
Right.
Like, it doesn't allow you any good way to explore it.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah, that's an interesting point.
And that's a change that I think that happened to the Star Wars mythos slow enough that it's like the frog in boiling water. Like, you don't notice it. It's like, oh yeah, the dark and the light side.
You don't notice it until the frog is a moral duelist.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Is like, well, it looks like in the new movie, like, it seems like Luke Skywalker might be going towards the Grey Jedi route, which could be interesting. But at the same time, like, if you're just talking the original trilogy, like, all Jedis were about inner balance, you know what I mean? It was about this, yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe that means that the original 3 and these sequels will be able to stand better just to themselves and completely ignore the prequels, where they really went more in that direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a really interesting point, and I like it. It's a good observation. I think that, like you said, it's probably not one particular thing's fault. But
no, I mean, KOTOR is what introduced me to that idea, because it was all about that morality system of the dark and light.
And that kind of makes sense because it is a video game setting.
Correct. Yeah. But then you end up, I mean, Jolie Bindo was great.
Oh, yeah.
But then, I mean, there's obviously problems when you are trying to write morally gray characters but aren't very good at writing them, or writing in general.
Right. Yeah.
My recent...
Well, you're not referring to KOTOR with that, are you?
No.
Yeah.
No, Jolie Bindo was great. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
like, KOTOR was a good game. But I'm more worried about... This is what has turned the tide on my Star Wars thing recently, is I was not excited for Episode 9 anyway, because I don't particularly like Colin Trevorrow.
Who's that?
He was the guy assigned to direct 9. He did Jurassic World.
Oh,
but
awesome. Okay.
Before Jurassic World, he did Safety Not Guaranteed, which is a movie that many people like, but I haven't seen it.
I did like that movie, but it's been a long time since I've seen it.
I've heard that it is good, and I'm sure that it is good. I haven't watched it, but I just think that
But they didn't fucking hire him because he did that. They hired him because he did Jurassic World, you know?
Right, yeah, and that's the thing is I think Jurassic World is probably a better vector for what he would do with Star Wars.
And this is hilarious, by the way.
Is it? I guess it is, yeah.
Frustrating, sure, but also hilarious.
I can appreciate some of the things he tried to do with Jurassic World. There was some meta-narrative about, like, it becoming this giant monstrosity of a franchise in Jurassic World that was kind of fun, but it had a lot of problems. But it was not the worst movie ever made.
Okay.
But yeah, there's like I said, Sean talks about it sometimes. Is that movie had this entire meta-narrative that's very like, oh, I'm supposed to come in, but now, like, Jurassic Park, the park, is this huge corporate thing. And so it joked around with that idea of, like, how do you deal with Jurassic Park as a corporate entity?
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the movie myself.
Honestly, don't watch it. Not missing much.
Yeah.
Lots of dumb shit. But there, it had some flashes of like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
It just not enough to sustain its entire existence.
Okay.
Anyway, he got fired recently.
Okay.
On Star Wars. And so the new director of Episode 9 is going to be J.J. Abrams again.
Oh, for God's
And so
sake.
I'm just like
well,
what?
you know my opinion on J.J. Abrams.
I can forgive some of the stuff that happened with The Force Awakens. But under the idea that it was just the reboot of the franchise.
Okay.
But when you're going to bring Abrams in, and I know the type of work that Abrams does, I don't want him being the guy that's landing the fucking plane on the Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, because you know what? We had a whole show of his about how they landed a plane.
He did not work on that show.
It was always billed as J.J. Abrams.
He was a producer, and he worked on the lore Bible at the beginning, but did no active work on the television
Okay,
show.
so when did the plane crash?
I guess
The beginning.
and sometime in the middle as well.
Oh my God, this guy, he crashed the same plane twice.
Well, no, different plane.
Okay.
Listen, time is all fucking and lost.
Let's not get into it. we're losing focus.
So my point is like, I don't know. I think I actually liked The Force Awakens more than Rogue One, which is maybe
Really?
yeah.
I mean, neither were amazing.
Rogue One did a lot of stuff that I found very annoying.
We'll come back to that.
I mean, so did The Force Awakens, I guess,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed more of The Force Awakens than I did of Rogue One
Okay.
when I watched it. Because it didn't have to compete with any existing Star Wars timelines or mythology.
Okay. Yeah, which is true.
Yeah. And
yeah,
I actually really like most of the new characters they introduced in The Force Awakens as well. I wish that they would get more time dedicated to them than someone like a Han Solo or a Luke Skywalker. Like, I like Rey and Finn and Poe. Like, I'm interested in them.
Right, but it wasn't really about them.
No, it had to pull double duty between nostalgia and these new characters, and I
Yeah.
think they might have been stronger if they didn't have to do that.
Can you kill that sniper, by the way?
That's a good question. I think he's just far enough away that I cannot.
Oh, it's got a limited range.
Yeah,
I see.
but that would
That's not fair. He can hit you.
That would certainly be helpful. No, but I think that he's there to be an obstacle, so I have to move from
Yeah.
bunker to bunker here.
Okay.
Anyway, Star Wars, man.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. It's been destroyed. I feel the same way. I'm tired of it.
Yes, and that's not a feeling I ever wanted to feel about Star Wars. It
Yeah.
sucks.
And that's happening with with so many things. Everything that you ever loved, basically, you know?
Yeah,
It's very frustrating.
it is. It's incredibly frustrating. It's just, I hadn't had
There
that
you
thought
go.
before. I was not happy when they announced the J.J. Abrams thing, but I didn't have the, oh, well, Star Wars is, like, I'm sick of Star Wars moment
Yeah.
until I walked into the store and I went, ugh, Star Wars. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Uh-huh.
What is
Oh my
that?
God, I don't like this. I don't like
Yeah.
how this feels.
I don't like being put, I feel angry that I've been put into that position by Disney.
Yeah.
Because it's,
Yeah, this was done to us.
yeah, it's fucking Star Wars, man.
You can't, you shouldn't be able to take that away from me.
And you know what? They can't. The originals were good.
That's true, yeah. That will always be the case.
And like I said, I'm foolishly hopeful for Episode 8. And I shouldn't be, but I foolishly am.
Yeah, I mean, I do not share your hope.
Also, the Rogue One thing. Rogue One had a lot more really stupid moments where it, like, cuts to R2 and C-3PO for half a second to make some joke about Yavin 4. I'm like, why? Why? They didn't need this. Or, like, the bar guys from the cantina. Or fucking, like...
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the same problem across both movies. Although I agree, it's stupid in both of them.
The way that it was done in The Force Awakens, I could deal with a little more because it wasn't it was on the nose, but it wasn't direct, like, these are the cantina guys. It was more like, oh, this is a cantina scene, which I find more palatable.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with it, but I certainly
That's
understand
fine.
the point you're making. Plus, they still, I mean, like, I don't remember the moment in Rogue One, but, you know, like, the R2 C-3PO nod.
It's fucking dumb.
Oh,
it
it's
was
them,
dumb.
like, walking across the...
I forget what it was. It's some joke. They make a joke. I forget what it is.
Okay.
Well,
it can't be any dumber than, sure, you know, maybe that's like a really on-the-nose nudge, nudge, wink, wink thing. It cannot be any dumber than the whole R2 power save
Oh, yeah, that's...
fucking idea from
Yes.
Force Awakens. Like, I fucking hate The Force Awakens.
Right, no, I know you do.
Yeah, I know that I don't need to tell you that. But just in case anybody was unclear about that, I want it to be on record. That movie's garbage. I detest it.
I don't agree that it's garbage, but there are things about it that annoy me.
Yeah.
But I think that ultimately I enjoyed the movie. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed my time watching it.
Sure. Neither of those things are true for me.
That's fine.
Yes.
I mean, I only watched it twice. I mean, that's low for a Star Wars movie.
Right.
That's low for a Star Wars prequel.
Yeah.
That's not true. I've only seen the third Star Wars twice. Or once, I mean.
Yeah, me too.
Episode 3. But
maybe episode 2 as well. I don't really remember.
I feel like I've seen 2 a couple times because it came out right as I was starting to learn that these prequels were bad.
Yeah, so that was like that was your experimentation.
I remember
I need to find out if these are really bad.
I remember thinking that episode 2 was bad, but I was young enough that I just attributed it to like too much focus on the romance subplot. Instead of just being a shitty movie with a bad romance subplot.
I hate romance subplots.
I don't.
They're itchy and they get everywhere.
Yeah. I will say this though, I'm not.
I'll make it rain.
I'm not a fan of the prequel apologizing that's going on in the world.
The what?
There's a lot of people that are saying, like, say what you want about the Star Wars prequels, but they, did this better than the old ones. I'm like, no, they're still bad movies.
No, they didn't do anything better than the old ones.
Not
Who
the old ones. Sorry,
the new ones?
The Force Awakens or Rogue One.
Oh.
Don't apologize for them. They're bad movies. The reason Disney owns Star Wars now is because those movies were so shit. If those movies were great and everyone's like, George, you fucking genius, he'd probably still be making Star Wars right now. So
true. Yeah, well, maybe.
Don't apologize for the prequels, guys.
Who on earth could even come up with something to laud the prequels for, even compared to the garbage they're putting out now?
Here's one thing that I've read. It's like, oh, the new Star Wars movies are so sanitized. Like, Disney wouldn't ever do a scene where Anakin fucking kills all the children. And I'm like, no, I agree. Disney wouldn't do that, but that doesn't make them good movies just because there were some risky decisions made.
Yeah. Also, did it even show him doing that, or was it just cut to a scene of children that are dead?
And he walks up and they're all like, oh, Master Anakin, what are you doing here? And he's like, and he turns on his lightsaber.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. They're not good movies. They made some risky decisions, but they're not good. Don't apologize for the Star Wars prequels. I see it too much nowadays, and it's bugging me.
Yeah.
And because people are starting to forget,
the biggest cultural problem we're dealing with right now.
It is. This is number one.
Yeah.
The problem is that people are forgetting that there's a difference between, them being a meme at this point and them actually being enjoyable.
Right.
It's like, yes, it is funny to quote the prequels because they are terrible and their lines are terrible. That does not make them good. It doesn't make them...
Or even tolerable.
Yeah. Anyway. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's my Star Wars rant, everyone.
We haven't done one in a while, so it was probably about time that we went over that again.
That's true. Anyway, we'll see you all later on the next episode of Splatoon.
Start to Splatwars.